do you have a system in place to keep you focused on a daily basis? In this market environment where 25,000 people are screaming at you, buy, 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 but what you really want to do is sell, sell, sell. What system do you have in place to, number one, keep you focused, and number two, to actually track your selling activities?
Welcome to Marketing in the Know, the premier podcast to help you leap ahead of the marketing curve so you can grow your business. Now get ready, set, and grow with your host and tour guide through the marketing jungle, Buckley Barlow.
Hello, insiders, and welcome to Marketing in the Know today, a podcast to help you leap ahead of the marketing curve so you can grow your business. So everything we talk about revolves around growth, and today I am super excited to chat with my next guest. She has a knack for starting and growing ventures quickly, where she has grown several businesses by leaps and bounds. And not only that, she recently exited a digital business in 2012, and now she's since started another venture, CONVERTPort, that is off to a great start. That's cool stuff. Shola Abidoye, thanks so much for coming on and having a chat with me a second time.
Thanks for having me in the studio. How are you doing today, Buckley?
Hey, I'm doing great. Our last chat was on your 40th birthday, and we had a little bit of some recording snafu, so we're doing this again. So I'm just going to say it again. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I'd just like to clarify, or rather update something you said. I don't call it my 40th birthday. I call it my 29th birthday plus shipping and handling. So everybody knows that.
Oh man, did I just make an error? What did I actually say that you were 40 live to the rest of the world? You're going to kill me, aren't you?
No worries.
Oh geez, forgive me, Shola. Well, I'm excited to talk to you today to know about your new venture and what you do, how you grow companies, how you get early traction on your ventures. And I think a lot of people who start a business, Shola, really struggle with gaining that early traction. And so it's going to be really insightful to talk about your approach to growing a new business. So before we jump in, which you're ready to do, I'm sure, right?
Absolutely.
Can you give us a little bit of background about you and what you currently do now?
Well, I'm currently the co-founder and chief revenue officer for CONVERTPort, as you so generously mentioned. And I really define myself not just as a founder, but also as an investor and as a builder. So I spent many years building self-funded startups from the ground up, but also got to play in the big world of venture-backed startups in Silicon Alley, so in New York, and then spent time in the corporate world. I did my dues at the world's largest membership-based consulting firm in Washington, D.C., traded on the NYSE, called the Corporate Executive Board, and also at Citigroup. So I really have the advantage of having had to do trial and error in both the startup, roll your sleeves up sort of entrepreneurial space, as well as in corporate America. And there are advantages to both spaces, actually.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, you were trained as an economist, but then you wanted to get into the digital space, which you did, and then you ended up selling that company. But I love economics as well. And I think if one has a good handle on economics and economic forecasting, it makes marketing forecasting that much easier. Would you agree?
Absolutely. And I think that the challenge is that in today's environment where you have so many people starting new companies, no one really sends you a nice, neat syllabus, okay, or startups for dummies. And you get a great package from the National Entrepreneurship Board that says, these are all the economic principles that you need to master if you're going to be an effective business owner. And so the challenge for most business owners, particularly self-funded business owners, is that there's some really core economic principles, right? Because we live, thank goodness, in a free market economy. And there's some core principles that we really have to master. We don't have to know all the postdoc theories, but there really are some core principles around what it means to be a producer, what it means to be a consumer, the supply and demand curve, how that affects things, how the global market economy affects things. I would recommend everyone to check out a video on YouTube by the well-known billionaire Ray Dalio, and it's called How the Economy Works. And this is just one of the best. This is really a public service announcement to the world, but to just give everyone the very condensed version, the challenge for everyone who is an entrepreneur is that we have to understand that everything you sell is nothing but a microcosm of a specific market, right? So if you're in the business of selling Teespring t-shirts, there's a market And that means that there's a certain set of buyers and a certain set of sellers. If you're selling online training courses, then there's a market for that.
Hmm.
There's a certain set of buyers, there's a certain set of sellers, right? Whatever, even traffic. And this is a great aha moment that I'd love to give people. When you are in the market of getting attention for your product or service, Buckley, there is a market for